Okay, let's see if this one works. I want to make sure that I'm sideways, so when you see my video of my project, I am sideways for you. Horizontal, not vertical. And the last video I was vertical, so sorry about that. Hope you will, thanks Mary Beth. Hope you will join me again. I'm gonna give you just a second to get a few more people and we will get this show started. All right, did we get a little more people? Hi. There it is. I think we're straight now. Plus, my AirPods will help. Not that I can hear you, but maybe you can hear me. Hi, Christy. Thanks for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Really appreciate your support. I'm glad everyone's here. Today, I'm going to be working with the Hero Sentiment Stack kit, and it's got this really cool paper pad. And it has solids that go with it too, which are my favorite. I love a good solid, especially one that matches and coordinates. So, and I love these because these are masculine. And look at the gray and black and that navy blue. They're just really fabulous. Actually, there's two blues. I don't know if you can see that there are actually two dark blues. Oh, maybe you can. Anyway, really, really cool. Now, if you haven't got the Hero Sentiment Stacker yet, you can grab it. I'm going to show you how you can use it on a layout, but most of you are crafty and can definitely throw them on cards, but I'm going to show you how you can incorporate it on a layout. So this layout's a little different. I'm hoping that you like it. I came up with something a little non-traditional, and we're going to use some things that maybe you have around the house if you don't have the fancy tools that go along with it. I am going to suggest your next order to get some of the fun foams. Look at my white. I need more white. Wendy, I need more white. Anyway, look how much I've used this. Anyway, the fun foams are fantastic. If you don't have fun foam, I'm going to show you what you can do until you get your order of fun foam. So, the sentiment stackers are really fun, really masculine. I know Wendy and the Queen team create a lot of fun feminine things, a lot of universal things. This one I love because it's, of course you can send it to a girl. A girl can take anything, but a guy, sometimes they don't like pinks and flowers as much as we do. So if you will, or if you've got somebody in your family that needs something a little more masculine, this is what you need. You want the Hero Sentiment Stackers. And I keep getting fumbled on the heroes because the paper's Handsome Hero, but the kit is Hero Sentiment. So I want to say Handsome Hero Sentiment. But anyway, it is really, really awesome. So I'm hoping that you guys will really like what we come up with today. So I am going to mute myself on my computer so I don't hear myself and then hear myself. And there is a delay. So if you ask a question, I may not be able to answer it. One, there'll be probably too many of you commenting. I'm super glad you guys are all here. But Wendy's here tonight, and she'll be able to help us some. Also, she likes pink. That's why Queen is pink, right? And I love pink, and I love floral. So if I'm in it, in any photo of any layout that I do or any picture, I try to use pink because that's how I roll. So here we are. Hi, Chrissy. Oh, I already said hi to you, I think. So I am going to plug your eyes, cover your eyes. I want to make sure you don't get blurry as I do up to the little, what's that thing called? The anchor thing, the phone thing to have you point down at my project. So close your eyes so you don't get dizzy. I'll be right back. All right. I have to wait for the delay to kick in, and once that kicks in, hopefully I will be able to see if I'm straight on here or not, and if you can see my project, and you can. There's a little bit of a glare, and I think that's because this is shiny, but if I open this up, hopefully you won't have a glare, and that's hopefully how our project will be going along. So look at these papers. Just look, and I opened it up. Look how It's the solid and then the printed paper that match. That's so awesome. Just look at this. Oh, look how coordinated I am. Look, just, oh, well, maybe, okay, maybe I didn't flip those at the same speed. Look at these rich colors. Anyway, definitely a kit you want. If you want the sentiments, it comes in a kit. If you just want the paper pads or extra paper pads, you can totally do that too. So I highly recommend the extra paper pads. Definitely recommend it. All right, so let's get started on the layout. And I am frozen. I'm hoping you guys aren't. What I've done here is I've started a navy blue background with just some cardstock. And if you can see here, I've opened up my bitty buttons and my button bouquet 4. I mix them. That way you can see how pretty things are together. I put the little label inside my little container that I already had, and the bitty buttons go in an old plastic, like a little bit bigger than a lip gloss container. But I put them in here because I intend to maybe use some of these tonight. We will see. So I want to start this layout, and the last couple layouts I think I've done has started with a nice border around too. I feel like a border just gives you a little something extra on your layout, something a little more to look at. I'm going to move the camera, so close your eyes. I just want to bring it up a little so you can see a little more of my space, so you can see my whole layout, or I can push my paper back too. So what I want to do tonight is, again, create another border because that's what I like to do. But I want a circle in the center of my white paper. So these aren't connected. So what I wanted to show you is, if you don't have the fancy tools that you know a lot of people have, you can use anything around here. If you wanted a small circle, you could turn this upside down and use this. Maybe you have some punches, but I just got out a plate that I had that was the size that I wanted. Two ways you can do this. Of course, you don't want to do this on top of the blue, but 2 ways you can do this is to use an X-Acto knife and cut around if you're really good with an X-Acto knife, or you can take a pencil and trace around it and then cut it out with your scissors. So what I did, thanks to I wanted to say TV. I'm not on TV, I know that, but I'm thanks to prepping ahead of time, I was able to cut out a circle. Ta-da! See my circle? And it's the exact same size as my plate. So I did draw a pencil, and I'm not good with an X-Acto knife. And if you look right here, you might see my boo-boo, my blunder, but I'm going to fix that. So I traced it, cut it out with an X-Acto knife. I should have used scissors. Maybe it wouldn't be so messy. So that is a great way to get some different ideas for a layout. It doesn't all have to be square and perfect. You can insert some circles. And I did attach this previously, and then I went back and decided I didn't want it attached because I wanted to show you what I was going to do, so I taped everything. And now I'm just going to go back and add some adhesive to get this stuck back down. And I want that blender down at the bottom because I think I'm going to cover it with a sentiment from the Hero Sentiment Stackers kit. So of course that's my little plug for the kit, but I'm telling you, it's a great kit. So even if there's 3 words in it: hero, legend, and epic. I mean, how many times in your life can you use epic? Probably quite a bit. So I'm going to use all 3, I think. That's my intent. And why can't I get this squared away? All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do tonight is show you, well, see, that's why I didn't stick it down. This is something else I wanted to show you. I went through the paper pad and I picked out 4, 5, 6 different papers that I really liked that will go with my handsome husband's photo. And here is his photo. He just had a birthday. We won't talk about his age, so I'm going to leave that part alone. But I did want to show you, I think I'm going to mix it where it's pattern, solid pattern, solid pattern. And I know those aren't solid, they're patterns too, but I wanted to try to get as many papers in this collection on my layout. I'm really, really liking everything that's in here. And if I were to flip this over, just look at those. Oh, wait, maybe I like those better. No, I like what I picked, I think. Okay, so my intent was to, see, another reason why I put tape on the back of this, because I, again, forgot about the step that I wanted to take and show you how I wanted to right now, all these triangles and like paper wedges and are really in. Well, I'm going to show you a way to cheat. Okay, we're going to fill our circle with those wedges. See, a lot of people cut with a trimmer. They may cut with a silhouette, some sort of a cutting machine. We're going to cheat, and we're not going to cut. We're going to, well, which way do I want my stripe? We're going to put this down, and we're going to use the paper in our circle to get these wedges, and I want to try to make them as equal as I can. Another reason I shouldn't have tape. All right, and then I'm going to move this back here, and I want them all. Now, the way they match up really isn't important how messy this looks, because my photo, I think, is going to go here. I think that's what I'm going to decide to do. I'm going to tuck my photo in and put it like right here. So if I've got my photo here, these all look nice and fanned out equally. What do you think? I think so. But now my white paper isn't square, but that's okay. Now what I'm going to do is think. All right, so I am going to, let's see how I'm going to do this. I wanted to save as many papers as I could, so I think what I'm going to do is use Post-it tape. This is just Post-it tape, or you can use a washi tape. Queen has some really rad washi tapes that she had put out before, so maybe you have those in your collection. So I just want to keep those papers together so they don't move, right? So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to turn this upside down. I'm going to get a feel for, the reason I'm doing it this way is because I want to get a feel for where my circle is without the tape touching. And I'm going to go around the edge, and I'm going to take scissors, and I'm just going to trim off all that excess paper without wasting any, like, so I can have extras for all the small embellishments and all the small dies that might be out there. Oops, make sure that I don't get in within my circle. So this doesn't sound very like particular rules or directions, but it's a way to use up what you have on hand and to kind of get an idea of how you can create these same things that you're seeing all over the place, but in a little bit more practical way without purchasing all kinds of different tools for your layouts and your different things like that. Now, there's card bases that would be perfect, like foundation dies that are put out by Queen. Those are perfect for cards, but when you come to a scrapbooking layout, some of that stuff, like the circle, would be really hard to find, to get without it being really something maybe that you wouldn't use all the time. I'm not sure that I would. I just want it here randomly here and there. So again, I am just trying, you know what I'm going to do, which might make this whole heck of a lot easier. I'm going to give myself a very light pencil mark so I know where I'm at, and then now I'm just going to go around. But I'm going to go around bigger than what it actually is. I should have done this a few minutes ago. Sorry for the waste of time. But do you see these leftover pieces? There's not much to them, but I can go in and put some hearts with the little hearts or stars or something from the foundation dies. I don't have, and oh, all that new summer celebrations, all of those new little dies, those would be perfect. I just hate to waste so much paper. So although they are cut and have that roundness to them, it still doesn't, I mean, you still have a lot of paper left to use at a later date. So that's what I recommend. Maybe you have a way that is a little bit easier than my way that just looked ridiculously hard. Sorry about that. And then I'm just going to take my eraser and get rid of my pencil marks as best as I can. Maybe try not to bunch up my paper. And get rid of those. Whoopsie, bunched my paper again. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to just put some adhesive on the back of this. And I want to make sure I get every triangle with some adhesive. I don't want to push down because I want to try and get my circle back on over there. So did you say there's a new washi coming? I love washi. I love it for the back of envelope. I love it for so many reasons. Okay, so my circle is kind of placed where I want it. And then I'm going to turn my triangle circles or pie-shaped circles and just maneuver them. Oh my goodness. Maneuver them. There we go. I think we all need like 6 hands if you're going to do this technique. All right, I'm going to maneuver it where a little bit of every color is exposed. Now I'm going to stick it down. And I'm okay if I've got a little bit more of one paper over another. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to save it because you can use it over and over and over. And I just want to make sure I've tacked down my pie-shaped pieces with all the other pieces as well. You can do that with fine glue. You can do it with washi, with tape runner, whatever works for you. So there we go. Now everything is stuck down in place, and I'm going to insert my husband's photo. And I just want it to cover all that negative, all that naked blue. So I'm going to add some adhesive, and I'm going to tuck his photo in the corner, covering up the tips of the pie pieces and all that negative blue, or all that blue. Look at that, I pushed it in too far. There you go. So that's a good start to a layout. This would really work on cards. See, I shouldn't be trying to read the messages at the same time and try to create at the same time. But yes, I mean, this is so current right now. Maybe I have a little bit too much of this, so how are we going to fix that? Let's get a piece of paper that would be a neutral. Ooh, I love this one. We could put that in there. Oh, yeah, what about that dark blue? So what we're going to do, release this top. Let's see if we can get this in here and still look like one of our pie pieces. What do you think? Oh, absolutely. And just a touch of the navy blue with the pattern. And did you see that that was part of the circle, the paper that I'd already cut, and it's a backside of one of these pie pieces. So it's just giving us a little bit more color, a little more of something else, since I had too much of that stripe, I think. So I'm just going to trim off what is sticking out on the side and on the top and let it stay there. Now I'll go back, I will lift again, and I will tack it down with some tape. And since I've removed this corner 15,000 times, I'll retack that as well. So, oh, yes, I know I mentioned it last time, but hold on, let me get my trash bin ready. There, all my scraps. Look at my trash bin. Is that not adorable? It's available in the store. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so my next idea was there's something I wanted to show you with this. I used the foam tape, or the fun foams, and I cut out white paper in white. So my suggestion would be if you're going to use I wanted to do monochromatic, so if I'm going to use a white top, I definitely want to use a white foam fun piece underneath it. Reason being, if I used black and I don't get that lined right up when I pull that fun foam out of its slab, it's not going, you're going to see black underneath this. Now, there are outline dies, like this one here. Let's look. This is Legend, and there's the outline die for legend. So you can cut your legend in white, and you can do a whole backdrop of the legend in a fun foam, and it will turn out looking like this. Do you see how Ginger used the sparkly green fun foam? It would be a complete base underneath the word legend. What I wanted to do was show you another way to use these. So I'll show you a legend I've already created. So if you can see, I'll stand up for you. Not sure if you can see here, but fun foam is behind my white papered legend. I did these because, oh my God, you should have seen me trying to get these straightened out. When you pull these thin letters from the die cuts out of the fun foam, they do bend out of proportion a little. So I take the white paper. I'm going to actually show you. I kept one aside for us to do together. But I am going to move my layout so we don't ruin anything. But I did keep a hero out. And I'm going to tell you, I kept out hero because hero was the easiest one to do. I am not lying. So, and I didn't want to make too much of a fool of myself by trying to line up and get hero, the foam part, back in shape. So anyway, here we go. So I got hero here, and I am going to use a really thin glue, or you want a glue that you know if it goes out of bounds of the paper and oozes out a little bit, that it will stay a dry clear, okay? So I'm going to add the adhesive, the wet adhesive, on the back of my papered hero sentiment. Then I'm going to turn it where it works for me, and then I'm going to drop the face down of the fun foam behind the papered portion and place it as perfectly as I possibly can onto the paper, hoping that I've lined it up well enough. And if I haven't, I've found a trick earlier that I've used my poker, and I think all of our fingers are so fat when it comes to working with small things like this. And if Ginger's here, maybe she has a suggestion, but you can hold the foam with this pointer so much easier than you can with your finger. So I just adhere the paper to the foam, and this guy right here doesn't have any glue behind it. So I'm just gonna drop in a piece of glue, a little touch of glue, and if it seeps over, it's okay because I've got a clear drying glue that I'm using, right? Okay, so again, my paper is white, so I'm using a white foam behind it, and the fun foams are in the store. But if you have a problem with your ordering abilities and you haven't ordered yourself some fun foam yet, my suggestion to you is to grab some, because it is so much easier to create depth for a title with fun foam than it is to make this legend fun foam, or this, wait, nope, that's not the one, this hero sentiment that I've made. So what I want to show you, what I did was I created a complete, and you know, I can't even tell the difference in any of these. Look at all these that I've made. I want them to go around the outside of the circle of my layout. So I'm trying to find the one that I made that is just a bunch of paper layers, and it's this one. Okay, so here's the one with fun foam, and here's the one with paper layers. So while you're waiting on your fun foam to come in your next queen order, you can layer 4 to 5 pieces of hero cut out from paper and layered on top of each other. And these are easier to do, much more work, I will say, much more time consuming than the foam. The foam just bends a little bit out of proportion because they're so thin, and when you're pulling it off of the base, you'll just have to be really gentle, really careful, and really slow at doing it. And as you can tell by the way I speak, everything for me is fast. So I just wanted to show you how I did those, so to make it a little bit easier for you while you're waiting on your order of fun foam to come in the mail. Okay, so let's start with applying these around the outside of my layout. And I wanted to just do this with you because I didn't want you to think that miraculously layouts just come together, because obviously they don't. And they are quite a bit of work, but they're so much fun. So again, I've lost that hero that I did with fun foam, or with the paper layers. But So what I want to do is I want to start my title, I think, as hero. And then I want it to go every 4 corners, okay? And I need a little bit more adhesive under here. I can feel this isn't laying down. So I want to go hero, hero, hero. Ah, there it is. And hero. So when it goes around, everything will be readable till it gets over here. It'll be upside down, but then this one is straight up. And then I wanted legend. Legend. Does this make, I mean, obviously it makes sense. It's not, and I've, like I said, I've covered every, whoops, not another hero. That would have been wrong. I wanted epic, 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 and, ooh, I thought maybe I was missing an epic. It fell off my board. Look at this. Isn't that cute? I love it. And then make sure your placement is as good as what you want. Yeah, no, not a dozen layouts. All one layout with a dozen words. That's how this is going to roll. I just want to make sure that they're spaced as well as, you know, you can with your eye, without really taking a ruler to it. But see, this one is completely upside down from everything else. And what I should do, and I might do with you, my cutter's right there, maybe I will make a backing so you can see what the back looks like. And I think this is the back of the hero outline die, and we'll do it in a blue and you'll get to see, and that's what I will put down. So right now what I want to do is go around and attach these. So I don't need to use the fine line glue, because the best thing about the Queen & Company Fun Foams is, look, they're stickers. So you really honestly don't have to watch me for 3 hours put glue behind everything. Now, if you don't have your Fun Foam yet, you're going to have to do that. But once you get your Fun Foam, you'll be all set. So another thing, because these are Fun Foam and they're bendy, you can bend your words a little bit to go with the contour of your circle. So I'm going to actually move my layout around with me. So legend, and I want to get it close to the edge, and then have my words kind of rotate. Do you see that? Epic, hero. Now everybody's going to be dreaming. Hero, legend, epic. Hero, legend, epic. Okay, but you know, when you commit to something like this, you might as well go all out, right? All right, so forgive me for my delay there for a second. And this little guy is missing some adhesive in behind his H, so you can see the foam is popping out. So I want to make sure I tack that back down with a clear drying glue. Sorry, I lost my train of thought with my words for a second. And then I'm going to go legend, and again, peel it right off. How fun is this? Fun Foams make this so much easier. Now you can grab these when you go and you grab this sentiment stacker. It's called Hero Sentiment Stacker. The one just came out called Hello, I think, or Celebrate. Wendy, what was the new one that just recently came out? It's really awesome as well. Honestly, once you start with one of these, you're going to want them all. They're just great sentiments for any card you create, or any layout, as you can see now. And I didn't want this to be too bold and abrasive. I wanted it to be nice monotone. Now you can totally see these words sticking off of this, and I think it's because it's white on white, but they're dimensional. That's my opinion. I think it's because they're dimensional, and that's with foam. Now imagine, I'm going to put this hero one down real quick because I'm afraid I'll get out of balance. Imagine if I had to use adhesive behind all of these, or if I had to, put thin foam tape behind all of these. Oh my God, you can bet you wouldn't be getting this layout. I definitely would not want to do that. That would be a lot of work. All right, I'm going to go back to Legend and Epic. Put these back down. Oh, let me get my trash can. I'm sorry, but if you don't have this trash can, you need it. It is fabulous for your desk. I mean, I could throw things over here to the right of me in my trash can, but I mean, it's so much easier just to reach my hand up a little bit, tuck it in the trash, in the adorable trash. None of my trash cans in this house are nearly as cute as this. All right. Oh my gosh. And talk about sticky. Be careful, because you can see this one did not want to let go of me. All right, and Legend again, and Epic. What's your favorite word here? What do you think you'd use the most of? Love to know. I do think mine would be Epic, because I have a boy. So epic football game, epic, everything epic. And this guy is missing some glue behind some of his letters. Let's see. Tell me what you think. Yeah, epic. Me too, Michelle. I definitely would use epic. And you know, this is a homemade layout. And there's nothing fancy, nothing professional. So if I'm off a little bit on my dimensions of wrapping this around, one is a little bit crooked or separated a little further than the other one, it's okay. It's going in my scrapbooking album, so I'm not really too worried about it. I'm going to show you. I'm getting my machine. Hold on a second. I told you it was close. All right, here we go. Not sure if you can see it, but together we're gonna put a backing behind the title Hero down here at the bottom, because if I don't, I feel like it's just gonna blend right in with all the others. So what do you think of a color? Do you like the blue or the green? Wait, let me show you. The blue or the green, or there is a dull gray, which is fabulous. Look at this one. I could also use that. What do you think? First one to vote. That's what I'll do. Tell me what you think. Yeah, Fun Foam is awesome. Silver. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. I do have silver. I've used that as well. Maybe you're right about the silver. Maybe these are too bright for this layout. Maybe silver is what I need. Oh my God, you're so cheesy, Marie, and I absolutely love everything you just said. That is so sweet. All right, guys, let's go silver. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, if any of you are beginners or if you're professional, I apologize for if I'm talking down to you. I just want those who have maybe not used Fun Foam or a machine like this or outline dies like this, I want them to understand exactly how this gets put together. So I've already cut my Hero die on paper, and I layered it. This one is multiple times with paper to show you the difference. You can't even tell. And then the others are backed with Fun Foam. So I've already cut that. So I have my Hero sentiment. I want a background for this, and we decided, or who was it that decided? I can't remember. We should try silver. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my metal, this kind of is a metallic or a magnetic platform, putting my plastic piece down. I'm going to put down my Fun Foam, and I'm going to put down the outline die. Now, if this outline die moves around and is shifting all over the place, this is where that 3M, or is it 3M? I'm not even sure. Yeah, 3M Post-it tape comes in really handy. You can tack it down so it doesn't move. It's really not that important for me to do it to this. When it's with paper, it does shift, and the magnet kind of makes sure things move, and you want to utilize every single bit of this stuff, so I would tack it down. And then you just top it with your other plastic platform, and you can tell mine's very well loved, probably should be replaced. Now when I'm using Fun Foam, I go back and forth 2, maybe 3 times. So I've gone 1, 2. I just want to make sure that gets through every single bit of that Fun Foam, especially for the words. Maybe it's not necessary for the background because it is one. Look at this. Look. See that? And so it's maybe not necessary for the fun foam that is for the base, or for paper that might be your background for the outline die, but it is important for the thin letters. So, and ginger maybe might have a different trick. Excuse me, just wanted to blow off the glitter. Now this glitter does stay on this, but we just cut it, remember. So that glitter is gonna go to a few different places, but only because we just recently cut it. So for this one, I do have to add some glue to the back of Hero. And again, you want a clear drying glue in case you poop out the sides. You don't want something that you're gonna see when you put it together. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. You guys, I just punched out Legend. Nobody stopped me. Where's Ginger? Hi, Stacy. Where's Ginger? Ginger should have stopped me. So anyway, I'm gonna just keep my Hero right there for a second. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna re-grab my machine. Don't you know, I'm gonna keep that Hero background because who knows, I'll keep it right with my dies so that if I do want Hero or Legend the next time, I will have it. So here I go again. This is in case you didn't catch it the first time. You place it down, and I'm gonna run it through 2 or 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. You know, if this is a piece of paper, I would throw it away, but this is fun foam. I'm not gonna waste it. I'm guarantee I will use the word epic at some point. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hero, the actual word that we need for the finish this. So you should see my room off to the side. It has become a disaster now that I've dug out my machine. I might want to retouch some of this glue, only to make sure in that 20 seconds it took me to cut the proper word that this, you know, is still a little bit wet for me. So then you add Hero to it, and you got a second or two to move it if you need to move it over a little, and then there you have it. Look at this. Look how professional that looks. The dies do it all. Look at that. I love it. And who was it again that said to use the silver? Andrea? Perfect choice. But look at this. I don't need the glue. I just need to peel off my back because Queen's foam tape or fun foam is literally the best. I'm gonna need a little bit more glue behind my Hero, behind the H. I didn't put enough, so let's forgive my head. There we go. All right, so here we have the outline of Legend. Look at that, that's crazy. So what do I wanna do next? Well, now I'm using silver. I don't know, I might have to go back into my drawer and pick out something silverish. You're gonna have to bear with me for a second because, oh, my husband is a retired Marine. How about these stars? Did you guys ever get this bundle? Look at these stars. My intent was to use these buttons, but that was before I changed to silver. And I also dug out lollies, my all-time favorite. No, globes were my all-time favorite embellishment. Then lollies. Look at how these match perfect. And then I got out just the solid epoxy dots. I have green here and 2 different blues. And honestly, I could use either one of those blues with this layout. Look at this. I love it. I think I like this one best, but I definitely want some green. And where did that green go? Yeah, let's pull out these greens. We want these. Now all I'm gonna do is go around and add some bling because I can't leave a layout without any bling. And I do love the white on white. It's a little classy, you know, a little bit classy. And I'm gonna dig out these stars. I want the silver stars. I can even use the cloudy stars if I want to. I could do that too. All right, let's do it. I want lollies, right? Do you guys agree with the lollies? I can put whatever I want on it. however much I want on it. I could go get the foundation dies and add some cutout stars for it, but I really like these. So I'm gonna go around and put a few here and there. Trying to get some of that cut silver off of there since I did have cut it twice. Now I do like rules of threes. Threes or fives, right? So I have 1, 2, 3. So I have a triangle with my stars. That doesn't mean I'm done. Maybe I'll put more. I could do that in the center of the O, but then I think it takes away from my monochromatic look. So I think I'm gonna go. Now I didn't stick that. I just placed it. See how it's still moving? They do have adhesive on the back if you haven't purchased any of these yet. But I think I'm gonna go with, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with lollies on the inside of my circle because they're bigger, chunkier. I'll use those. And then I said rules of thirds, and look what I did. I did 2s. All right, I'll put a third one there. And then I'll do a third here, there. All right, I like that. And then if I really, really feel like I need to bring attention over to this blue, maybe I can use some buttons over there. Trying to see if any of these buttons, if I like any of these buttons on top of that dark, on top of the dark blue. I'm not sure yet. I might have to dump that out and see. So I've stuck my lollies. What else? Now I'm gonna, oh, some of these. Took them out of the package. Hey guys, and just a trick. You know, something that I do, I don't know if you like this idea or not. You don't have to take it, but say, here's the blue container. Whoops. Yeah, here's the blue container for my epoxy dots. I'm in them all the time, and I hate bringing them in and out of my packaging, so I sometimes just put a staple right in the middle of it. Now they're on the outside, and they stick so well to the plastic that I don't have to worry about losing any of my dots. So I'll just staple right there, and now it's on the outside, and I can just pick off what I want and put it where I want when I want it. And I'm really, really loving this blue, this teal. Somebody said, how about some white embellishments around the outside? I do like that idea. I really do. Let's see what else we can. Let me just see what we're gonna do on the inside first. You know, if you've got some glitter, you can use a paintbrush to get some of that out, get some of it away. Maybe I'll put some greens with the blues. And some blues with the greens. How about that? And I want to use several different colors. I don't want them all to be the same color. So, like the 2 different blues that we have here. Why can't I get this off? All right, let's see. Oh, that one flew. Sorry about that. Oh, you know why? The adhesive is off of it. I must have left it behind on the plastic. All right, there we go. And then I need another blue, and I think I'll do a lighter blue right over here. And I lost that one too. I'm just throwing everything. All right, there we go. Tuck this one down in. All right, and I'm just double checking, make sure it's stuck and not moving. Nothing like picking up a layout and the stuff falls off. Okay, so someone suggested, hi Mariah. Mariah's my pal. She comes over to my house once a month and scrapbooks with me. I am going to add some white embellishments around this, like someone suggested. Who suggested that? Anyway, you get credit, because I am going to take some of these white embellishments. Let's look. Some of these white. Ooh, look, there's a heart. Oh, I love that. Okay, so if I don't have enough of what I'm looking for, look at the back of these. They're white, but the front is purple. Maybe you're not a purple lover. You can use the back and use the white. You can do whatever you want. They're your buttons. Wendy's not gonna hunt you down. Ooh, look, there's a blue heart too. Now, I do have a glue dots here. Those just are my best friend. Love them for putting down buttons. So all I do is take the button, kiss it against the glue dot, pick it off the paper. Now the glue dot's on my button, and I can figure out where I want to put it. And I think I want to put it here with this little trio. So it's a little, whoops, maybe not right there. Carefully try to get that off without ripping my paper. I think I want it here, a little bit further over. So I take my button, kiss it against my glue dot. Now I have total control of my button. Look at all this stuff I'm attempting to put on this layout. Sometimes you can overkill, so I'm trying not to do that for you today. Oh, I'm going to put this one right here. I do love it. So that's my second heart. And I think I want a third. I've got 3 stars. I might as well put 3 hearts. And I'm going to put this guy right here. Love it. Now, did I tell you about your glitter? If you've got a problem with the glitter and on your layout, just dig yourself out a paintbrush. And mine are really deep in my thing. And you can just brush them off with, oh, you can just take a paintbrush and kind of brush off the glitter. And the problem with this, and the reason I have glitter, is because I cut right here with my layout. So that was my mistake. All right, so hearts, I think I like it, but I still feel like I need some like little circles. I do love these buttons. Just a little bit more depth, a little bit more dimension. But what about some ice? Check these out, ice flowers. I could use a little pop of those. Look at these colors. Oh, and if once I first get them, I keep them in collections and I put a rubber band around them. But once this comes out, I will staple it together. And it already came out, so I lied. The second time it comes out, I'll staple it together. All right, the green isn't quite the green I want. Neither is the blue. Ooh, look at that blue. That will bring in that navy that we have there. Oh, I'm so glad I flipped through that. Okay, so I open it up. I'm going to take a couple off of it. Add them to, ooh, I'm going to add some right over here for a little bit of attention over here to the dark blue, because I've got these two have some attention. I want my dark blue to have some attention too. And maybe I will add some beautiful blue near the stars. And again, it's a triangle. Okay, so now that I've picked some off of it, this is when I have an empty space on the plastic. I just take it, put it together, staple it. Now I will put this back inside of my rubber band, and it will stay just like this. Maybe that's not the way you guys do it. Maybe you have a better way. But I have a whole drawer designated for Queen & Company items. That's how much I like it. And that's how much stuff I have. So I love this. But I'm thinking something is missing. And I have an idea. I'm not sure how you'll feel about it. But I'm going to grab a gray pen. I don't want black. We don't have any black in this layout to begin with. So we're going to go with a gray. I'm going to get a ruler, and I want to draw some lines on the outside of my layout. No? I don't know. See how light that is? It's not dark. And I want to see from the inside. Like, I want to see it. I don't want to put it on this side because then I can't see how far in, or if I'm crooked. So I want it to be on this side. And I know I already have embellishments and everything that's really kind of sticking it up off the thing. But if you keep your fingers right on that ruler, and you hold your pen up straight, and just run it right down the ruler, you can have faux stitching. Whoops. Oh, now I can come back line that back up so I can see where it goes, and hopefully line that guy right back up. How about that? Very good, very good. I'm going to turn my thing again, and that little star's in my way, but keep my pen straight up, and hopefully I might go back. Hopefully, shoot. That's okay, because now I can just line it up from this side and draw that line in. And then one more time. Okay. We're going to just draw straight down. And it keeps lifting here, and I think it's because my ruler's bent. I wonder if I have an empty. No, I didn't have an empty. So I kind of like that. It doesn't add a whole lot, but it does give a little bit of like texture or another dimension to the layout, a little bit more detail over in the corner, and you know, outer to the white edge so they just don't float. Now I could come back and I could tick these together, make sure they meet, but I'm okay with this. I hope you like it. I hope you learned some tips, maybe some tricks. I will take a photo of this tomorrow and add it in our thread today so you can see it. I hope you've enjoyed scrapbooking along with me. If you have, feel free to, there's a button that will allow you to be notified every time I become live, so that you will get a notification if I set up another event. And I should be back, and I guess what I'm going to work with next time. Any guesses? Anyone? I'm waiting. There's a delay. Just waiting for a second. Maybe the new Mickey Mouse stuff. Maybe the new magic stuff. I'm not supposed to say Mickey. The new magic stuff. And I have Disney photos that are crazy good and fun, and I wouldn't say crazy good, but I think they're good because they're of my family, but crazy fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to buy your fun foam next time you place an order. You'll definitely want it. And I know there's a couple different packs of it. There's neutrals, and I think there's bright colors as well. So grab those, and I will see you next time I'm here. Thanks for coming, guys. See you soon.